Hello, Redlightbroadcasting and everyone watching. I am Dunamaki, and we have something new for you today. Now, if you've watched my other two casts of the Acer Team Story Cup, Team Root versus Team Liquid, you'll know that those were straight on casts, but this is going to be a little bit different. Yes, different indeed, and it's my first time trying this, so sorry if it's kind of all weird and everything, but I have a few things I want to say before we go. What I'm talking about is I'm trying to make the video shorter, so I'm not going to be showing the entire game. I'm not going to cast the entire game. If you want to see the entire game, head to my channel. I have casted it and uploaded it there. Yeah! So check that out. Also, feel free to subscribe to Redlightbroadcasting. And myself. I'll be down in the channel description below, and you basically can already know what's going on with Redlight Broadcasting. You can just subscribe here and make sure to like the video. But also, the important part is, if you guys want to be a shoutcaster, whether you've shouted your lungs out before, or if you're the shyest, most insecure person on the planet, we don't care. We want your cast of either Starcraft, League of Legends, even if it's just you doing a Call of Duty video, you know, just saying, hey, I was playing with some friends and we were doing this and this is what happened, and then just sort of analyze stuff and boom, send it in to Redlight Broadcasting. We want you guys to do more casts, so make sure you send those in and upload them to your channel, okay, and then make a video response to this video about that. Awesome. Now, I'm going to quickly go through this because we have a whole lot of stuff that we have to do in this game. So up in the top right corner, we have Liquid Rat, very nice, great Zerg player from Team Liquid. And in the bottom left corner, we have Root Sage from Team Root. And Root Sage here going for the proxy gateway. Now, you almost never see this. Like, never. That's important here. Never. Literally, you never see it. And he's going to be doing some pretty nice aggression here. So we're going to go ahead and move on forward until we get to the aggression. He's not going to do much with the first few Zealots that pop out. But once he gets enough Zealots, he's going to start doing things. We're going to see what he does with the first Zealot here as it walks up. Basically only going to prevent mining. Now the spawning pool's just now finished, so no Zergling's going to come out just yet. So keep that in mind here. Zealot just going to fall back and sort of wait here to basically do anything. So I will be basically right back, and we're going to take a look at, in a few minutes, what happens here as he keeps chronoing out Zealots. Alright, welcome back. Now, real quick, we have one thing that I want to say, basically what you guys have missed so far. Photon Cannon added here. Just a few more Zealots have popped out, only one or two. Lings have also popped out. We're going to see that happen here. The Queen going to harass these Zealots here. Now, meanwhile, the Overlord has scouted out that there is a Forge here. So, basically, no wall off just yet. Speed just now starting. So, keep that in mind as we begin to go through here pretty shortly. Now, the Queen harassing with the High Ground. I'm going to make these Zealots back off a little bit. I'm just going to reposition here. It's still getting harassed from the High Ground. Just keeps on scooting down. Sage does. He wants to just basically get ready for Zealots. Now out, gonna try and kill all these Lings, but hey, the Lings sneak by, you sneaky, sneaky Lings. Yes, you are. The Overlord now going to fly right over here. See that the cannon is coming up. A few Zealots sent home while the other two head up into the main. However, there's not much real damage that can be done with these two Zealots here. The cannon, very nice there. More Zealots in production. Now back at home, Sage is getting up a cybernetics core. Now, I don't think this is a full wall off, but apparently it is, as you're going to see that the Zerglings don't just run straight into the main. They have to actually kill these. Yeah, so it is a full wall off. These two Zealots here are going to come back. However, they're going to die. Yes, these Zealots, they are going to die. And this probe is going to throw down a cannon in hopes of doing that. And basically, this is just going to be Sage containing here. He's adding another cannon on. We'll throw down another one right about here in a minute or so. Roach is now out to deal with cannons, and if you guys didn't know, roaches is how you deal with cannons. Do not just get Lings, you need roaches. Speed now done, going to try and pick up the cybernetics core. Will they get it, though? That's the important part. Will they get the cybernetics core? Yes, does get the cybernetics core. As more things being thrown out. Oh, Sage, get in position! No, he did not hold a position there, but that's okay. Only 3 Lings sneaking in, no real damage done. Meanwhile, up here, the Zealots all got killed. There were about 4 of them, they basically all got killed. Gonna run down here now. Very nice, Sentry just popped out. Gonna force field the ramp, but basically everything already got down. This queen just very low on health, no big problem there. Just going to use these probes to kill off the 3 lings in the base, and this has been a crazy game so far in the early introduction. And to be honest, it only gets crazier from here. Now, the probe going to say hello. Sitting here, but here comes the reinforcements and the cancel right there. And basically, this is just going to get cleaned up. All you see is all this die right here. And we will see how our players decide to tech out of this, as we basically have warp gate started here. And a mothership core coming out. So, yeah. Looks like a pause was happening there. Another gateway being added on. But yeah, basically all this is going to get cleaned up. And we're going to move on to the next part. Alright, so, whoa, too fast. There we go, that's normal speed. So, basically, I'm going to pause right here. I'm going to just cue you in on everything that basically happened while we were gone. So, basically nothing happened. The only thing that happened was this base and this base were both taken by Liquid Red. He's just droned them up, and that's basically all that happened. We're not going to go into the details of just watching players drone, as this is supposed to be fast. Gas is being added on at the natural. The Spire has just been thrown down as the layer finished at the 11:20 mark. Now, one thing that I will note that was important is Rhett flew in 2 Overlords. One here to go this way, did die from sentries, and the other one from here that flew into the main of Sage. Now, what he was looking for was the tech. Was it a robotics facility, or was it a Stargate? Essentially, he was looking for the Stargate, and all he saw was this. This is all he saw. He saw that the robotics facility was out. He did not see a Stargate, so he really doesn't know what's coming. Now, of course, the Sage's choice here was he got this up. He still only has 1 gate. That's interesting. The robotics facility, he is going to be making Immortals out of that for now. And the Stargate is now coming up, and this is for Phoenixes, because he has identified, or he's about to identify. He's not identified yet, but you'll see as we resume play here, as he sees the observer warping in there. He still has not seen it yet, but he'll see it in a second. He will see the Spire, and he has a decent idea that Rhett might be going Spire, because it's a pretty good play. The Oracle, this might actually be what ends up seeing. It's not a real Oracle. It's a fake one. It's hallucinated, which is important. This is Observer going to fly home, but this is important right here. This is extremely important. He gets to see the saturation at the 3rd, and he also gets to see the Spire. Boom! Spire right there, and he says, aha! Yes! Now, he started to build what we saw normally. He started to build the robotics bay, which would involve extended thermal lance to deal with Hydralisk and roaches, but nope, he cancels it, throws down a second Stargate. He says, hey, we're just going to go straight into Phoenix production. Now, nothing too crazy going to be happening the rest of this game. So far right now, however, this is going to be a lot of links coming into the 3rd. The Immortal! The link's just going to run by to the sentries here. Force field, yeah, there's the force fields that I was looking for. Boom, force fields, making sure all these sentries are safe in here. That is 4 sentries right there. The photon overcharge, and the 1 warp in here going to basically deny all of these links from doing anything. And that's about that. These roaches can't really do anything as the photon overcharge has already been started. A few force fields there are going to basically deny that aggression. And that's basically going to be all the aggression we see from here. Now, Sage does have this observer, but that is about that. As Rhett secures down his 4th, we will see what happens next. Alright, welcome back. Oh my gosh, too fast. So the 4th has been started going up. However, Mutals did fly in the main. They're now being chased by Phoenix, and this reveals, hey, Sage is going Phoenix. Rhett knows about it now, and what does he instantly do? Boom! Hydralisk Din, double Evo Chambers. He's just going to go straight for Hydras and Roaches. Now, these Phoenixes, they are going to combat the Mutalisk for quite a while here, as we have Goliath Reconstitution. Roach Speed going to be coming out there. A few Spores coming down also. And basically, what we're going to see here heavily is basically just the Phoenixes being as annoying as they possibly humanly can be. Picking off Overlords, picking off a few units there, not really going... he doesn't really get many Queens, and I'll notice that. Just mainly want to go for the Overlords, which is pretty nice. Moves down here. Maybe picks up a few roaches, a few stalkers, but Sage has planned. Hey, now is the time to assault. I shall assault Liquid Ret 4th, as I don't even have a third base yet. But 28 lings about to pop. We have roach range being added here. No roach speed. No muscular augments have been added yet. There are still a few Mutalisk out, and that's going to be important as we move into this sort of mid-game 16-minute scenario. These units here moving down to the 3rd of Sage. And this is going to get denied here. All the units identify, hey, there is no army here. The Mutalisks you have to run, but hey, he denied the 3rd to get the cancel off there. Going to kill off most of these lings here, as the force fields are beautiful, making sure that no lings really do much damage. The time warp there and more force fields going to ensure that all of these roaches don't do much damage. I'm pretty sure they know good enough damage there. But what is really important there, another time warp going down there, lifting up the roaches here. And here's something that's genius. I'm going to pause right here so we can actually see it. Actually, we'll go a little bit farther. Alright, right here, I don't know if you can see this as there's so much Protoss on the screen right now, but look at this. He's lifting up with his phoenixes his own immortals, so they do not die, while these zealots down here, these 3 zealots, kill off the last few remaining roaches and the last few remaining lings. And that is just so... I've never even tried to lift my own unit before. I did not know you could do it, but you can, and this just proves it right here. So we're just going to see how this plays out. These units going to die here. The ling's just going to run away, basically. The immortals come back down, finish off the roaches, and that is that. I'm going to pick off 1 or 2 of the lings there. So when we come back, we will get to see what Sage ends up doing. Now, basically all he's going to do, as we're going to you guys are not going to see this. If you really want to see the entire game, go to my channel. It's a great game to see the entire one, but this is just sort of a brief overview of the game. So basically, Sage is going to go in, he's going to kill a few overlords, kill off the last few remaining Mutalisk here, and that's basically all he's going to do. Maybe pick off 1 queen up here, but that is that. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, welcome back. Basically nothing happened while you were gone. The phoenixes just flew around, picked off a few Mutalisks, but we have an engagement about to go down here. It's going to be a very short skirmish here. There's not a whole lot of Hydras here. All the Mutalisk instantly evaporating. The force field's going to prevent this aggression from really going much farther. And Red pretty much pulls back here. He does have a lot of Hydralisks though. He has 1-1, getting 2-2 now, getting the muscular augments upgrade now. And that is that. The Phoenix is going to still go in for more harassment. Oh, we're still moving really fast. Huh. Did not realize. The Hydra's going to try and move back in here. Basically, this is what I mean by the Phoenixes just being pesky, going back in. The Hydra's going to try and make another move here. Oh, could get split in half here with force fields. Yeah, splits that in half real nicely with force fields. Sentry's still dealing a ton of damage. The Immortals are the real damage dealers here. We have 21 kills on that one. That is insane. The Immortals, no, I mean the Phoenix is still getting off a whole lot of damage. Now, we have the Robotics Bay coming out, which means that he's identified, hey, there are Hydralisk. Colossus deal with Hydralisk very well, getting the Twilight Council. Could get some charge, possibly Blink. Gonna pick up a Queen here, maybe a few of these Overlords. On the engagement down here, more great force fields from Sage, as this battle is going to go out, and Sage just takes these battles totally in his advantage. We can see the units lost have so much in Sage's favor, and we're going to see that as the game goes on and on. Sage just basically keeps having favorable engagements, and we're going to identify that. He's done so much damage with these Phoenixes, they've already paid off for themselves. He doesn't even need them anymore. Even if they went and all flew into a Spore Crawler and died, which he's not going to do because he's a good player. But even if they did, he would still be able to be, you know, fine. So we are going to have another short engagement here, as Rhett does decide, hey, let's move back in. But the force field's, of course, blocking that out. There are no Colossus here. 2-2 just now finishing, so if he would have waited, you know, just 10 seconds for this battle. The force fields are amazing here. The Phoenix is going to fly in to do the cleanup duty. Yeah, pick up all of these units. that do remain, as the Immortals are all still alive. That's important. More roaches being killed off here. So basically, we just saw Liquid's Ret entire army die. But basically, just remaxes like that. All these, you know, overlords really like staring at this evolution chamber. That is basically that. Sage gonna try and push, but all the units constantly reinforcing from Ret. It's gonna be kind of difficult for him to move forward here. But we shall see. We shall see indeed. Picking up a few units as they spawn here. Going to lose a decent amount of Phoenixes here if he does not get out. There we go. Get out of there. Boom. Liquid Ret already remaxed. Sage still not even close to being maxed. Getting out a few more Phoenixes. Getting out some more Colossus. Getting his 4th Nexus up. That's important here. As the 4th and 5th have been taken for Ret here. 4th, of course, extremely saturated as compared to the 5th, which is just now finishing. And we're going to have some more skirmishes here. And basically, we're just going to constantly see the same thing. They're just constantly going into Sage's favor as he slowly kills off these 2-2 Roach Hydra. Play here, we have Zerg Flyer Carapace, level 1. Colossus now out, dishing out damage. This Mothership Core is extremely lucky, got down to 4 HP. Did get off a Time Warp there, so that's awesome. A few Phoenixes flying in, gonna pick off some of the running units. Yeah. Sage gonna be pushing up here, just to basically say, hey, my army keeps overpowering yours, and we can even look at the resources lost tab. It just keeps getting more and more in Sage's favor, and that is great for Sage. This is how you basically play PvZ against Roach Hydra. You just need favorable engagements, favorable force fields, and all of that shenanigans. Now the Colossus going down there, not too big of a loss there. Extended Thermal Lance finishing up here. Another Colossus is going to be coming in pretty shortly. He has identified, hey, this base is here, so he plans to go and kill it. The sentry count is extremely low, so not many force fields can he have here. Blah. Few force fields do go down there, going to basically kill off all these roaches, because hey, it was purely roaches, and Immortals are good against roaches. A huge warp in there, adding more sentries than Zealots, and this 5th base got denied. And basically, Ret just keeps remacroing onto Roach Hydra. He doesn't go for any tier 3 tech, which I think is quite important. As this army keeps on aggressing, but you know, Ret can't really push on Sage, and Sage just slowly gets stronger and stronger with time. Of course, more Colossus coming out here. So yeah, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. We'll wait for the next engagement. Nothing too crazy happening. We just see Phoenixes moving out to the top left map. Awesome, we still have both this army here and this army here. We have identified that. Yeah. And Sage going to move, or no, Red going to move up here, going to try and make another move here. Boom, into the army, but I mean, the force fields are going to be really nicely here, going to cut off this, saying, hey, if you want to engage into my Colossus, feel free to. And Sage, I mean, Ret saying, okay, well, let's not engage into his Colossus right now. The 5th base going back up for Ret, as he plans to do a dual-pronged attack here. And basically, the winner of this battle is going to essentially decide who wins the game here. It's going to depend all on these force fields. It's going to force field all these units out, going to force field these units, going to deal with these units, and not really worry about those units. Photon overcharge being so important here. My computer saying, kill me! But the engagement does go down here. Force fields, of course, being awesome. But Ret, once again, he has to fall back. And he's still on this tier 2 tech, and the longer he stays on it, the more obsolete that it does become. It's not as good anymore. And of course, cannons going down here. And basically, Sage is in a great position to just get that 200 army and push on out. And we see Cats here saying, hey, Ret really likes his lair. That's what I'm saying. He does not have any tier 3 tech yet. And he has no intention on getting any. We have a few overshooters being produced. This army could be trapped, but I don't believe anything happens here. Nope. Sage just kind of falls back. We're going to have an engagement here as Ret tries to engage into this, but this is still a really nice choke point for Sage. He can make it a nice choke point with force fields. the perfect force fields right there. And now Sage has pretty much gotten up to his army size that he feels comfortable with. His 2 ground weapons level 2 about to finish up. He feels confident in pushing onto red here, and we're going to see him do that fairly shortly as we'll resume this game. Sorry if you guys don't like the +2 speed, but basically I can either do this or just cut the video ahead about 5 seconds, or 10, 20 seconds into when they fight. As we have Sage now going to push out. Yeah. Gonna slow this down a little bit. Gonna deal with this Ling down here, and then go push out a little bit. Sage is pretty much maxed out. Now we see Corruptors being produced. That's to deal with the Colossus, but to make Roach Hydra extremely well, first of all, you need 3-3. As we can see, the engagement here. Oh gosh, all these units getting force fielded out. This is the final engagement. This decides who basically wins the game. These Corruptors saying, "Uh-oh, that's not good." Huge blink forward, going to try and pick off as many Corruptors as he can. A few Phoenixes flying in here just to deal some extra damage. And this is going to be really the deciding factor. The Colossus still dishing out damage along with the Immortals. This Immortal has 50 kills. Oh my gosh, 50 kill Immortal. Wow, that is insane. Running back the Colossus here. These Stalkers just going to pick off the last of these Corruptors, and that basically is the game right there. That is who decided the game right there. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you all for watching. As you can see, Sage here has pretty much taken the game. Yes, Rhett keeps remacroing, but essentially this game, if you want to know what it was basically the units lost sub says it all. Sage taking favorable engagements and always having favorable engagements. That is basically what this game is. As we see it happen even more here, he's just going to move up. He doesn't even need Colossus to just wipe out these mini Hydralisks. He just knows he's confident in his Blink Micro and in his Immortals to do the damage. 60 kill Immortal, that is just insane right there. Normally a unit does not even get 20 kills. As you can see, some of these Stalkers with just 1 and 4 kills. And that is basically that. As we see the GG come down for Liquid Red. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you all for watching. I'm trying to make these videos shorter than they need to be. So I just want to say real quick, subscribe to Redlight Broadcasting. Remember to make a video of you shoutcasting, whether it's League of Legends, Starcraft 2, whether it's your own replay or a professional replay, whether it's just going in a Call of Duty game and saying, hey, I want to say why I moved this way instead of that way, why I decided to switch guns with this person. I don't know, I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan, but yeah, do any of that, even if it's just some, really simple 2D scroller game, Mario. Just do a Let's Play of Mario and make a video response of it. We just want to see more shoutcasting relating on Redlight Broadcasting, so feel free to subscribe to Redlight Broadcasting, subscribe to my channel, you'll find it in the description below. I have the full game of Liquid Red versus Root Sage over there. Thank you all for watching, and I'm Dune Monkey, and I'll see you guys